Results from the new standardized test released today found most California students fell below grade level and are not academically prepared for college. Joining me with what the results mean for San Diego's largest school district is San Diego Unified School District Superintendent Cindy Marten. And Cindy, expectations were kind of low for this first-time result. How did San Diego Unified students do on the new test?
Well, you're right about that. They were kind of low. So they came out, when you have low expectations, we came out higher than what we were thinking. We had 51% of our students meeting or exceeding these new college and career-ready standards in English language arts and 41% in math. Now, that's not super exciting because you know that's not everybody yet, but that's higher than what we anticipated for the first time with this brand new assessment.
And how do we compare then the school district to other districts in the state?
Good question. We compare ourselves to, first of all, the large urban districts, and when you look at the other large urbans, LA Unified, Long Beach, San Francisco Unified, San Diego Unified is second in the state compared to large urbans. Only San Francisco Unified was 1 percentage point higher in English language arts. They had 52% of their students meeting or exceeding. In English language arts, we had 51, and then in math, we had 41% meeting or exceeding, and they had, I think it was 46 or 47%. So San Francisco Unified was first in the state among the large urbans. We were second. Then in the county, when you compare San Diego County schools, we were exactly, San Diego Unified, exactly at the county average in English language arts, and 1 percentage point above in math.
And just for comparison, I believe California, the numbers were 44%.
Yes.
Were at grade level for English, and just about 34% in math.
So San Diego Unified definitely beat the
statewide standards.
Absolutely.
What does standardized test measure?
This new assessment is called the SBAC, the Smarter Balance Assessment Consortium, and it's assessing the new Common Core state standards. And people have a lot of confusion. What does that actually mean? The Common Core standards essentially helps us look at how we're making sure students are college and career ready and they're able to think critically. That's the heart of it, is critical thinking, meaning you're not just the old California standards test was bubble in, where you had a multiple choice and you just picked an answer. You don't really have to think critically. You can guess an answer on that. For the SBAC, you actually have to reason, you have to show your work, you have to explain your thinking, and that's what critical thinking is all about. And it really comes from the world of work saying we want employees, if you're going to be career ready, you need to think. You can't just just have an answer and pick an answer and guess. You have to think rationally and be able to defend your answers for things.
I know the results just came out this morning, but what did they tell you about the students, the teacher, or core curriculum, or is it too soon to tell anything?
Well, we have to remember this is a baseline year. As we're transitioning, the state of California, and in fact the whole nation is transitioning how we use assessment for accountability purposes. This is one assessment. The results that came out today is one assessment in a suite of assessments that we're using to help us know how our students are doing. And San Diego Unified has been committed to children being more than a test score, and that we have invested in the whole child. And so there's other measures that we're using to know how our kids are doing as well.
How will the district use these test scores?
Baseline year, we're going to look at any kind of programmatic decisions, won't be making major changes, because how do you make a major change on a baseline year? We'll see some patterns and trends. We saw some bright spots. We have some disappointments. We have some exciting spots, but it's too hard to tell when you're just looking at 1 year. So we're not going to make major changes off of an assessment that actually there's some critics out there that are saying, is this assessment even valid? Is it reliable? Does it really predict? And so you're looking at lots, there's far right, far left opinions about what this test is and what it isn't.
That being said, are parents able to look at the scores?
Parents will be getting individual student score reports, so they can look at the scores, but once again, we don't want anybody overreact. If you overreact to a standardized test, you're going to end up in a place you don't want to be. If you underreact, you're not paying attention to an accountability measure. That's one in a suite.
Well, I know that San Diego schools now have local control of funding from the state. So will these test results actually impact how that money or where that money is spent?
No, when the local control funding formula is connected to the local control accountability plan. Inside that accountability plan, we've identified as a local community what are our priorities, what do we want to spend our money on, and how are we going to measure and know how we're doing. You can't mandate what matters, and these assessments are not the end-all be-all of what we're doing in the local control accountability plan. They're just one small little part of it.
All right, we'll continue to follow this. Superintendent Cindy Marten, thank you so much.
Thank you.